Hello everybody, this is Tony from Freedom at the Crossroads, helping you look better, feel better without the pressure. So today is my review of the Glossier Pop-Up event here in Chicago on Saturday in the Loop and West Loop area location. And as I said on Instagram, I did say that I was going to give my honest review and everything. I was initially excited about going because, hey, I'm a skincare freak. Those of you who follow me in my tribe, you know that I'm a skincare freak. I'm all about all natural, vegan, cruelty-free skincare. I'm all about knowing what's in your food. I'm all about unprocessed foods, healthy, balance, and being in alignment, mind, body, soul, with your food, with everything that you put onto your body, particularly personal care items, makeup, skincare. Huge. I'm outside today doing my review because, these are the last dog days of summer. And I just wanted to, give people a real honest review of Glossier. Now, just to start off the bat, I'm going to start with a correction. I thought I was confusing the launch of Glossier with another company. So actually, according to my little research here, in 2013, Weiss, who's the founder of Glossier, starting approaching venture capitalists regarding funding and expansion for this whole, Glossier itself. Now, interestingly enough, in my just little Google and some brief searches and some other, little background checks and some other things, there's still not a whole lot of information in terms of ingredients in their products, as well as where these ingredients are sourced from. I'm sure somewhere out there they have a complete breakdown of their products somewhere, but they're really to me they're not convenient and they're pretty hard to get pinned down. Actually, the company, the brand itself seems a little bit not to be down on any cosmetic or skincare line, to each his own. But as someone who's very passionate about using organic essential oils, plant-based, plant-derived ingredients that are ethically sourced, that are in alignment and balance with the environment, that are in alignment and balance with the human body, I'm not very impressed with this particular line. I found that a lot of times when celebrities promote, just in general speaking, I don't want to overgeneralize either, but in general, people tend to flock to the the latest shiny object, and in my estimation, that's kind of what I see Glossier as. They didn't really come to the fore until 2014. Through Instagram and all of that, Instagram marketing and things of that nature. And, I'm someone, I love fluff as much as the next woman, but there has to be something core and foundational when it comes to skincare and anything that you put on the body, anything you take into the body. And that's why I can be hypercritical when it comes to ingredients in food, in skincare items, because I know traditionally skincare and makeup have been an area where women have been very much exploited, and the industry in a lot of instances has capitalized on women's insecurities and actually exacerbated perceptions regarding negative perceptions regarding beauty and what women should and should be and should look like, and the roles of women. So there's a lot of entrenched messaging that is problematic in terms of the history of skincare and makeup in the Western world anyway. Now, that aside, Glossier is, to me, in a nutshell, is glossy. That's it. I'm not overly impressed with the product line. I'm definitely not overly impressed with the packaging. I know it is a relatively new company. Like I said, it didn't really break out until 2014. Did a lot of marketing via Instagram. It's a huge brand. It's got 1 point something million followers. But for me, followers is not enough. Instagram is Instagram. Shiny object is shiny object. I only saw one product of all of the products I looked at. There was only one that, like I said earlier on Instagram, that captured me, and that was because I have concerns about skincare, particularly skincare for women of color who typically neglect sun care, thinking that, oh, you know, the melanin and all of that is going to protect us somehow, you know, from, you know, skin cancer. And we're just as vulnerable as any other population to skin cancer and things of that nature, and the negative effects of overexposure to UV lighting and, you know, and the sun without proper protection and shields for the skin and the body. Glossier's, they have an SPF that I actually did like. I like the texture and consistency. It is a chemical. It's not a chemical. Let me correct myself. It is a physical sunblock, meaning it's not something that's absorbed into the bloodstream. It actually sits on the surface of the skin, and its protective qualities comes from the way it interacts physically with the UV rays and things of that nature. So I'll go in a little bit more detail. I'll actually give a little snapshot and just, you know, look at the little snapshot I've got, you know, on UV, on chemical versus physical UV protection. So back to Glossier. We got there. It's a lot of energy, you know, it was pretty, it was, you know, girly and things of that nature, but in terms of real substance, that was lacking in my estimation. I'm big on packaging, not a lot of substance. It has its, you know, little attractions, but it's just, to me, it's another shiny object. It's not something I would use long term, especially if you're somebody who wants to continuously invest in their skincare, where they, you know, anti-aging, taking care of hypersensitivity like I do, and also having an impact internally from a biological standpoint. A lot of essential oils are therapeutic. They actually have a chemical impact on the mentally and and physically, and that's why I tend to move towards a lot of those skincare brands that are heavily invest in using plant-based and essential oil-based ingredients in their products, because I recognize that skincare is an aspect of healthcare as well, and it is therapeutic in its own right. A lot of the therapeutic benefits of skincare, you see it physically because that's what you present to the world. And so that message is something that's important to me in terms of packaging and in terms of product. For any company that I go to, any company that I'm going to promote and, you know, really have something positive to say. That was a bee trying to get to me. Anything positive I have to say. And so Glossier, you know, it has some perks. Like I said, I did like the sunblock, but I'm not, you know, I'm underwhelmed about the product. So I'm going to be posting this up there. I'll also be doing some other reviews. Let me know how you feel about this product, why if you would recommend it, why, what are the products that you love, and do you know anything about the ingredients in the product, and you know, share that with the rest of us here in the community. And let's talk. I mean, I'm all about letting, you know, hey, by all means, if you've got a counter argument as to the benefits and the ooh la la, you know, come to the well of Glossier, by all means, hit me up and let's have a convo about it. And, you know, let's talk about it. But as it stands, I'm only giving it a grade of fair. And that's with an asterisk, you know, even with that much. So this is Tonya, your girl from Freedom at the Crossroads, helping you look better, feel better without the pressure. For that info on the difference between a physical versus a chemical sunscreen, sunblock, I'm gonna post the little info clip on the right on the video, so you can do that. And then also, once I upload to the to my blog, freedomatthecrossroads.com, you can definitely grab hold of the info there. I'll have a more detailed info log about the differences between chemical versus physical sunblock, and why you need to protect your skin. Use a sun care product regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of your melanin scale. We all need sun protection. We all want to fight free radicals, and the older you get, the more important it even becomes. Actually, I don't think there's any age that needs to neglect sun care, because at the end of the day, you're exposing yourself to a lot of things you don't want, and it has damaging effects on the long term as time progresses. So this is your girl Tonya from Freedom at the Crossroads, helping you look better, feel better without the pressure. Stay tuned for my next review, and let's have some loose tea talk on the way. I'll show you what this, I'm going to show you a clip of actually their website, and you can have a quick look at some of their product ingredient, their products, packaging and things of that nature, and what it looks like. And actually the Cloud Pink Duo, and that's like a blush. And then they have this Halo Scope right here. There's the Halo Scope. And then the Phase 2 they've got, and some other things. They've got Generation G, just nothing earth-shattering here. This is the Cloud Paint Cheek Color Lid Star Pick 2, and that's essentially this is their Crystal Clear Shine lip gloss. But as you can see, all of this is all if not most of these packaging, product packaging, they're plastic. As you can see, they're plastic. And that's a huge no for me. So getting back to what I was saying before, yeah, I've got my computer out here with me, and you guys are seeing just my quick run through of their products.